Alright guys, we're back here after our successful mission. This is number 5. So what we're doing, we've built a few things. As you can see, we're at our build facilities. I'm going to back out of that. We only have 6 days for the satellite. But before that we have to knock out this alien abduction. As you can see, we don't have a engineer. And since Great Britain is 4 out of 5 panic level. If we didn't take France, it would jump into the top, so we would have to shoot our satellite at Britain instead of USA, which USA gives us more money. So we took France to kind of keep them right there at the level. Plus, you know, we'll get $200 extra, which in the beginning there's nothing wrong with extra money. As y'all know, Grunt is out of this mission, so we have a rookie. Since it had a day turnaround before our next one. Actually, yeah. So what we're doing here is we are going to get ourselves set up in a construction yard. And, you know, basically this is simple point, click, and shoot, so to speak. Haven't ran any to new enemies or anything like that, so you're just going to see a few sectoids. So what we're doing is we're kind of setting up shop to see if we can get a shot, you know, Overwatch shot once it's time.
Got it covered.
Puff will be the one to trigger this. As you can see, there's 2 guys there, and they're going to run out, which means we'll have Overwatch roll flash with his pistol.
Target down.
Gets the critical and puts him down. Well, it's not the critical, excuse me. That's because he has 2 bonus, which is kind of scary because that means that his pistol does base damage for the most part, an average as good as the assault rifles do in the beginning. We put other people into Overwatch. As you can see, Puff just cleaned that up easily. Still rocking hardcore with his LMG, of course. So now that we're cleared our LZ, basically, we can move up a little bit and fan out and see if we can find people. This map's actually quite large, so you kind of have to go at it at different angles, slowly but surely. Normally there's about 4 aliens down at the bottom, and then there's 2 all the way across.
Yes, sir.
But let's see. As you can see, here's 2 more taking Overwatch shots.
Missed the target.
Unfortunately, doesn't kill anybody. Does wing them a little bit. So now that they've been officially seen, they're going to run back. And we do have our squad site. Unfortunately, we miss.
Missed the target.
And, you know, we have to be careful because they do have an elevation advantage over us. Here's where bullet swarm really works. We get to shoot once and miss, but we can turn around and shoot right back again because we shot instead of first. Unfortunately, both of them missed. So we're going to see what we can do. If there's anything we can do to make it better.
Headed there now.
So we're going to try to loop here, get a different angle, see if we can get a better percentage on somebody. Unfortunately, Swante's missed as well.
Yes, Commander.
But we're going to put this guy in the corner so he can actually see nobody. So we're going to have to wait on that. But that way, if anybody moves, we can take a pop shot at him, just like this. Here's a rookie. Instead of giving him a scope, we gave him armor, if you remember. I'd rather him be healthy than shoot at somebody. Here they are taking a shot and hitting, which is something we never want, but unfortunately it did. And as you can see, they've got one of their aliens on Overwatch, so we're going to have Flash try again. I would rather him take the other one, but his percentage right here was too high. And as you can see with the camera change, we get that easy kill right there. So Fontes will take a shot. So he does put him out of the game. So that's 4. So we know we've got 2 left. Normally they're on the far end here, so I want to be careful, but I want to get higher up, especially with my sniper rifle. So that's what most of these turns coming up consist of, is getting up top.
Yes, Commander.
Slowly but surely, of course. The last thing you want to do is guess wrong, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there with your pants down.
Target confirmed. On our way.
As you can see, we're moving people past. Once we get that cleared out, we're trying to move people past the... we'll actually move people to the dashing. But since Svantes was the closest there, we wanted to make sure that he did not... You know, he's basically our point man. Just in case the sectoids rush up, he's there. So that's kind of, like I said, this part's a little boring. We'll have a few turns of just kind of getting in position. As you saw by the radar there, the aliens are hiding out at the far end of the construction site. So we're slowly but surely making our way there. Again, we're not in position with the other 3 guys, so for Cervantes it's just going to be hanging loose on Overwatch until we are in position. That way, just in case they try to get aggressive and rush us, we can be prepared for it. Naturally, we want to get our sniper as high as possible, just due to the fact that you know, you do get a bonus, and plus, you know, he'll be able to see further. We're gonna look here and just see which one looks better. Just in case they did rush up the ladder, I didn't want to leave somebody just wide open. At least I'll have a little cover right there.
Reloaded.
Reload. And Overwatch it. And we're gonna move here just a little bit further up. We're actually gonna go on the back side here. We can set that to Overwatch just in case somebody does run up. Now it's the alien's turn. It's just gonna simply say, hey, there we are. So we want to spot them before we move our sniper, because our sniper, he can use squatch sight to shoot at somebody. As you can see, we've got 2 left. Decent percentages. Unfortunately, we do miss there.
Enemy is still alive.
Now our sniper, he can only get in position. He's not going to be able to take a shot, unfortunately, because he can't see any of it. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move him up here. Now that he can see. Remember, his pistol's powerful enough to do damage. Unfortunately, he does miss as well with his pistol, which does put us in a pretty terrible spot now that we've moved 2 guys up to half cover. Try Cervantes. He wings him, but unfortunately doesn't kill. So then it's up to Puff to see what he can do. We can try shooting a rocket. And it would, you know, I mean, you could shoot a rocket, see what happens, see if it'll blow them up or whatnot. I'm gonna try to move actually a little closer here, see if I can put somebody in range. And as you can see by the camera change, Puff continues his onslaught of just murdering everybody. Problem is right here, alien's got a free pass. Pretty much take a shot at whoever he wants. And he does shoot the rookie, of course. You know, definitely not what we wanted. Don't want anybody getting hurt naturally. So we're gonna sit here and try to shoot him back. And there's the kill.
Another successful operation.
So at least the rookie did get a kill after being winged. So that would at least let him promote up to the squatty rank, which means he gets a power. And that's what we did. You know, we did it. Even though he has to sit for a few, that's okay. You know, we'll survive. It was just the most important thing was letting him get ranked up. We've got enough recruits or whatever, and probably by the next mission, Grunt should be back. So we'll have at least 3 out of 4. As we land here, it's going to come up as usual to our soldier information screen. And as you can see, Puff, he did promote again, and so did our rookie. Now here we've got heat ammo, which gives a plus 100% bonus to shooting robots. And honestly, that should tell you about later in the game that there are robots. And our rookie, he actually leveled up to sniper, which is good because I like carrying 2 snipers once I upgrade the officer training school. As you can see, some people went up a little bit, others stayed at 1 or whatnot. So, you know, we did what we had to do, and that was keep Great Britain, you know, or the United Kingdom from jumping up to 5. Now we also have another one that's at 5, Egypt, but you know, those things we can worry about. They didn't go to 5. We should be done by the time the next month rolls around. We can buy satellites. As long as we can make it to the end of the month without anything, we'll be in business.
Commander,
and that's the most important. Now, as you can see, our satellite is done. We've got just like a day and a half before it rolls over to the council report. So we're going to go ahead and launch the satellite. We don't have anything at 5. The United States is at 3. It gives us $180 a month. Very important. Plus our 30% for being in Nigeria as our home base. So those are important. Now what we're doing here is if you do not buy ships to protect your satellites, UFOs have a great chance of shooting them out of the sky. As basic, you know, the avalanche missiles are fine. As you get higher, you want to be able to equip them with even more, and you research that. Now we're at our end of the month here, and as you can see, we got a grade A because nobody left, no satellites were shot down. We defended everybody. Thankfully, nobody was at a level 5, and they pulled out of the project. And as you can see, we got a fair bit of money, plus our 30%. So you know, we did get paid fairly well. You know, I'm just showing off here, you know, see how it looks.
Remember, we will be watching.
And of course, the way it always works is after you get money, you want to spend it. So we're going to go ahead and build.
We're always glad to have
well,
more
first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to order satellites. We're going to order
technology.
go ahead and get those out of the way, because what we're shooting for by the end of the month is to build 3 and a satellite, another satellite array.
Our current
or
satellite
uplink
facilities are at full
to
capacity.
get that though, we'll need some power.
Uplinks as soon as possible to allow
So
for
we'll
new
look at
satellite
that, and as you can see, I'm looking at ordering a satellite uplink, which honestly, you know, the only time you'd wait on a satellite uplink is if you were going to see about another alien abduction mission with engineers or building another laboratory. Like I said, me personally, we're just going to get there, so we got those 3 and we'll be in business. As you can see, we can build down a second story, which is what we're working on. That second story allows us to catch everything that's underneath, including that steam vent you see, and we can build a thermo generator and actually harness even more power. So, you know, kind of, you know, unfortunately you have to spend all your money for the most part in the beginning here, just to get everything set up. As you can see, we have quite a few things now coming up. So all we can do is just hit the mission control, go forward,
Satellite coverage now
see where it gets
accessing
us.
operational
Everybody's getting
state.
healthy. We finished the access lift. So what we're going to do is at the access lift, we want to go ahead and excavate while it's going on. It takes a little bit, it takes a few days, 5 days if I'm not mistaken, but that way we can build stuff underneath it. The deeper you go in building, the more expensive things become, so I mean, you want to manage that properly. As you can see, we do have a UFO contact, which thankfully this is a small scout still, so we're able to shoot this down just with the avalanche. We're getting closer to where there's going to be bigger satellites, or UFOs, but so far we're all right. once you get to that point, you know, you may have to have some. There's a few other different ones you can have. But as we can see, we took a little bit of damage, but we did blow them up with 9 seconds to spare and about half, a little over half of the ship left. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and send our Sky Ranger, and we're going to look and see who we've got. You know, we're not going to go ahead and buy anything just yet. I do have our squatty sniper, which normally I would keep him around, but I'm gonna wait just because I want that extra person. I want Grunt running around out there. We'll give him a body armor this go around. Once we can level up, you know, once Flash gets a higher level, you know, we may bring in our rookie, who we're gonna create, and he'll be basically playoff beard. But that'll be next time.